Thank everyone for coming out on this sunny morning for our solar unveiling. It seems to be just about perfect. Of course, I want to thank all of our friends and the folks that have been very supportive of the Columbia Association and ATR in this, including our elected officials. Shane Pendergrass is here, as well as Senator Roby. Guy Gazzone is here. Josh, of course, representing Executive Ullman. Dan Bersetti from Maryland Energy Administration. Thank you, Dan. Beth Hufnagel, you're here with the Green Party. Thank you so much. Our friends from Climate Change Initiative, thank you for just stopping by. Isn't this fortuitous? Now you can take your picture. I'm so glad we could do this for you. You're welcome. Mike, there's Mike Fowler, who claims he had nothing to do with this, but did an awful lot of work for us behind there. Once again, thank you, Senator. Thank you, delegates. And at this point, I'd like to introduce the guy who let me loose on this project and just ask that I not embarrass him. This is my boss, president of the Columbia Association, Phil Nelson.
Good morning. As usual, my remarks will be brief because I've broken out into my sweat fog now, because it's a little warm. I do want to talk about these panels just a little bit, and just the idea that they are kind of a realization for CA that we have to do the right thing. And one of the things that we talk about constantly is sustainability. And our board has made a commitment to sustainability, not only in economic and social sustainability, but especially in environmental sustainability. And we have committed over the next 2 years to invest about $2 million in more renewable energy sources. And this is just the start. But some of the realizations that took place also is that we couldn't do this without partners. And that includes our state delegation, because all of the legislation they've adopted, our partners at the county, Josh Feldmark and Ken Ullman, and the folks at Planning and Zoning and the permitting people. Our board, especially with Michael and Sherry being leading advocates for the environmental issues that we do. And most of all, with the people who are here today in helping us to realize what we need to do, and that we're helping our environment and we're doing the right thing. So with that, I would like to introduce Wei Ye, who is the general manager of our biggest partner, being ATR, and for his remarks. Good morning.
Well, thank you all very much. Thank you, Phil. First of all, I would like to thank Senator Roby and Delegate Gazzone and Delegate Pendergrass. Josh for Ken, which representing Ken Ullman, the county executive, and many member of the distinguished member of the county and the local government. I want to thank you and welcome for you to come to this event. Morning, my name is Wei Ye. I'm the general manager of ATR, Advanced Technology and Research Corporation. I'm on behalf of Dr. Jackson Yang, President and CEO of ATR. Thank you for coming to this event. As a member of Maryland Green Energy Technology business, ATR hope to participate and contribute towards a goal to set by the Governor O'Malley, which what he wants to do is by increase Maryland's to 20% of Maryland energy from clean renewable energy by year 2022. Also, as a member of this great community, we are very pleased to have this opportunity of providing 12 DPT, our dual panel tracker, to the Columbia Association. And thanks to Columbia Association's leadership, Phil, Chick, and Michael, and their vision, we hope this is just a start of a many green energy initiative and in and around the county and the state. In summary, we understand there are still many challenges ahead for green energy to be more affordable, but every bit of effort we put in today should have a positive impact on the future. The goal of maintaining a friendly environment for the future generation is the reason why we're gathering here this morning and making a point by doing so. Once again, ATR wish to thank our state, county official, and the community leaders for their great support And we want to thank the Columbia Association for River Hill Project. We hope to see this type of installation popping out all over this beautiful community. And finally, I want to thank all of you for taking time off and to join us in this Saturday morning. Personally, I like to believe a Climate Impact Day is not just a one single day during the year. Every day should be a Climate Impact Day. And I hope this 12 system, DPT system, could serve as a reminder every time we're going by this way. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day.
One of the partners that I forgot to thank before was George Harrison for coming up with the song, Here Comes the Sun. You'll be able to see each one of the panels has a banner on the side that shows Columbia Association, ATR, but also has the slogan, Here Comes the Sun. With that, I'd like to introduce kind of the driving force behind our environmental movement at CA. And it's not just CA, he's involved with almost every environmental movement in the state and the environmental consciousness as well. And it's not that he's trying to get over the fact that he's been chair for the last year of the board, because he keeps telling me I have 38 minutes, 15 seconds left to go. And that's something we hate to see, really. But I'd like to introduce the chairman of our board, Michael Cornell.
Well, good morning. Good morning. All right. I was going to write out a speech, but as usual, I didn't, because I like to see who shows up to these things. I'm really excited about the turnout and the crowd today. With the Columbia Association, we don't normally think of Columbia as being an activist group, but we have a number of people on the board and within the organization that are totally committed to sustainability in all forms, whether it's economic, social, or environmental. And normally on a day like today, I would be down in DC listening to Bill McKibben and other people affiliated with 350.org. Although I'm sorry I can't hear those folks speak live today, I'm very pleased. I have a great reason not to be there. Not only did I save on gas having to drive into the city, we have some wonderful things to celebrate right here in Columbia. And as Phil noted, this actually is not the first sustainability project, but it is one of many to come. And I'm thrilled and excited to see these things finally take form and take life. These type of projects are part of the dreaming that we do as being involved in the community, in the environment, being concerned with the earth, being concerned with our future. So I'd like to thank everyone involved, all of the dignitaries here today, all of the folks with the Climate Change Initiative of Howard County. Please give yourselves a hand. You do a great job educating the greater community on the need and the benefits for taking action relative to climate change. And even if you don't believe in climate change, we put panels on the roof of our house a year and a half ago, and my wife would tell you if she were here, she's out raising money for charity today. Our largest utility bill this past year, electric and gas, was $72. Today's day of action, the theme is Connect the Dots. There are thousands, literally, of these type of events going on worldwide. And I was just kind of reminiscing at all the dots we've connected within the state, within the county, within the local community to make this event happen. Reaching out to the county, permitting, zoning. We've had a wonderful opportunity to partner with a local business, ATR. These are homegrown panels. So we love that everything that we're doing here today has pretty much been done here in the community. So I'm gonna end my remarks here again by thanking everyone for coming out. I'd like to invite any of our dignitaries that are here today. I'll start with Jim Roby. Everybody seems to be pointing to him. I don't know if you have any prepared remarks, but I think the crowd would love to hear from you. Come on up, Jim.
I had the opportunity to travel to Taiwan last fall, and one of our visits was to a corporation that manufactures solar panels. And they gave us a presentation, and it was interesting to me to see what I'm seeing here erected in islands, in the Marshall Islands, and that was the sole source of power for the folks that live there. And I'm thinking, geez, if they're installing these things there, why not here? And I show up and see 12 of them today. I'm proud. I'm very proud of CA and Howard County and the state of Maryland and this wonderful business.
I will say to you, Michael, wow, because if there is a community in America that should be doing this kind of thing, it's Columbia, it's Howard County. We have the history, we have the lineage to do good things, to make a beautiful community, to keep the community a great place. So I want to really thank and congratulate also the Columbia Association and you, Michael. Good. Take that away.
Dan Bersetti would love you to come up and say a few words. Dan is with the Maryland Energy Administration. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you, Dan.
All state employees work on Saturdays.
All right.
When Department of Energy stimulus funds were announced 2 years ago, MEA had an unprecedented opportunity to make clean energy investments in companies and organizations around Maryland with transformative ideas and innovations. Creating jobs that produce goods and services in Maryland's clean energy economy is really the ultimate leverage of public resources. MEA awarded a Clean Energy Economic Development Grant to ATR to support their first manufacturing runs of solar trackers and installations. ATR's Made in Maryland trackers are generating clean electricity and will continue to do so now that stimulus is winding down. The Columbia Association is demonstrating a commitment to sustainability and the environment with the installation of these trackers, as well as a commitment to Maryland innovation and manufacturing. I'm very pleased to be here today on Climate Impact Day to recognize ATR and the Columbia Association for their investment in Maryland's clean energy economy. Thank you very much.
Just wanted to, before we close and get to the actual cutting ceremony, talk a little bit about the panel system that's here. Each panel, there are 470 watt panels, produce an average of 2 1/8 kilowatts per day here in Maryland with the sun that we have. This is enough power in a year to power the average U.S. home. I'm not sure how big that is, but for 24 days. The electricity is produced without any emissions. It's clean, it's environmental friendly, and for those of us who have these type of systems, you know, if we're not real technical and we don't understand kilowatts and megawatts and things like that, or CO2 tonnage, and the average offset for these panels is 1/2 ton of carbon dioxide a year, you know, we equate that with how many trees. How many trees is this the equivalent of? And each panel offsets carbon to the equivalent of 13.7 trees per year. And that's quite a bit. The 12 panels here at River Hill will produce a total of 9.3 megawatts per year. This is the equivalent of powering 295 houses here in the village for a day. And the yearly offset is 6.4 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. This is the equivalent of 165 trees. So this does have a huge environmental impact. Again, I want to thank all of our partners in this, especially ATR, folks from the county, the state, and our activists in the community with the Climate Change Initiative. And who's doing the honors here? Everyone. Y'all ready?
Okay, go ahead.
1, 2, 3. Yay! Wow, that was definitive.